guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. Of course, if I'm doing a Mustang review, we're back here at Walker Ford in sunny Clearwater, Florida. And what do we have? We have a 2021 Mustang GT. But before we get into this mystifying Mustang GT, let's talk about what's going on here. So this looks like it's set to be the last year of the current generation. Exciting to think about what's to come for America's pony car, but let's talk about what's going on for 2021. There are some changes, some few updates, very subtle, but we're here to bring it all to you. But I also want to discuss, should you be getting a 2021? Is this the way to go? Or should you hold out for that 2022? And remember, it goes back to 1964 and a half. They unveiled it at the World's Fair, and since then, it really has been America's sweetheart of a muscle car because people buy them each and every year and are able to create their own unique Mustang stories. And what I love about Mustangs is that even if you didn't buy one and you didn't own one, everybody still has a Mustang story, which is kind of cool. But for 2021, like I said, couple changes. We're gonna dive into them. And like I said, what I wanna find out, should we go 2021? Or do you want to hold out for the redesign? Let's go ahead and find out. Right off the bat, we're going to talk about a new color. On camera right now, it may look black, but as Lori kind of zooms in to this area right here and showcases the color, this is a new color for 2021. It's called Antimatter Blue. With the Florida sun, it sparkles like a blue diamond. Absolutely stunning of a color. When we start at the front of the business, you're going to find, obviously for 2021, you're still getting that tri-bar LED setup for the daytime running lamps. It's going to be interesting to see where they take this direction. I know that they're going to be having to do something, but there are some things on the front of this particular Mustang GT I hope that they kind of keep. And as we come across the center grille, these are some of the things I want to see kept there. I want to see some extra grille design. I do like the bars that they put, one on each side. It's going to be interesting to see if they keep those. I think it would be smart to do so. I also am digging, still to this day, the honeycomb finish. And what's great is that it has a stunning look and it's fully functional. And then to be honest with you, it makes me want to go get a big old box of honeycomb cereal and a gallon of milk and just gobble it down. You got your chrome pony. Of course, proud to see that. And I'm very curious to see, especially on the steering wheel horn button, if they're going to change the style of the chrome pony. I really prefer this classic look rather than that little 21st century flair that they did. The other big thing is that of course you're gonna have the front splitter, and what's great about the Mustang GT is even if you don't get a performance pack level 1, they still give you a nice aggressive splitter. It looks good, and I'm sure that's another design element that will trickle onto the 2022. As we go up onto the hood, you could clearly see all that antimatter blue just spilled everywhere. Heat extractors. Digging the style still on this 2021, but I'm very curious to see what they're gonna bring. I hope and pray that they don't just eliminate them. I think that the car needs to have heat extractors, not only from a look standpoint, but also from a functionality standpoint. As we come around the bend, Mustangs are so unique because guess what? There are no two Mustangs that are the same. This Mustang GT has these optional hand-polished 19-inch wheels. I actually have been to Detroit and seen the hand polishing going on. Split spoke design, you know what? It's working great with our Antimatter Blue. Even though it looks like black at certain angles, it really pops well. And I think that's a direction that maybe some people are changing their minds about black wheels in general. On the Mustang lineup, there's a plethora of different example of wheels that you could choose, but I really, really love that style. 19-inch, you got the 5.0 badge. We're gonna continue with that 5-liter V8, but remember, there will be a time where this engine will eventually disappear and we'll be driving around in full EV Mustangs, which I don't even know if I could call that a Mustang, but if you want that 5.0, they still got the power for 2021, and they're gonna still be bringing it for 2022. The side silhouette of the car, I think the proportions are still spot on the money to blend it, to make it look like a classic late 60s Mustang. And I'm very curious to see where they're gonna take that overall direction and feel. One thing, of course, we're gonna have to do is zonk something because there's something just not right to me. That shark fin antenna, it's on my Shelby GT350. I zonk it on my car. I'm zonking it again. I wish they would have stayed with the hockey puck style antenna up top. I know why they did it is because of the new sync system, but it's just a little too tall for my taste. But the rest of it, the fast back design, the nice flared fender, the way the side sill extends down, still some great styling. Like I said though, it will be interesting to see where they take it. Another great place to kind of separate your Mustang from everybody else's is the trunk. You have this nice trunklet spoiler, optional spoiler, covered in that Antimatter Blue. I hope that they bring some new styles and a variety of them, because I think that's just a great way to separate your Mustang from every other horse in the corral or the stable. You, of course, are gonna have the tri-bar brake lights. That's gonna be something that definitely is gonna be on the 2022. Exhaust and rear diffuser. This was something that, remember, in 2015, when they came out with this chassis, the rear diffuser was a little bit of a debating topic, and it was kind of a little too simplistic. I like what they did with the diffuser, with the quad tip exhaust, and it sounds oh so good, especially this one having that Ford Performance active exhaust. The GT badge, a lot of gloss black, but I'm wondering where they're gonna go with this area of the vehicle. It'll be interesting to see, but still definitely screams Mustang in 2021. Let's pop the hood and see what's gonna be screaming some sound as you're going on throttle. All right guys, we got the hood popped. We still have a prop rod. Gonna zonk that. And the other thing I'm gonna have to zonk is this engine cover. I'm hoping for 2022, they get rid of the engine cover, let that intake plenum speak for itself. You can see how it's all flat black. I do like the 5.0 badge though, that is a nice touch, but there's an intake plenum underneath there. I wanna see the throttle body. I wanna see these different inner bits because we're car people and that's what we want to see. But when it comes to power, you're looking at 460 horsepower still, 420 pound-feet of torque, and you still get your two transmission choices, 10-speed auto, 6-speed manual, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds flat with the 10-speed auto, top speed 157 miles an hour, and the car weighs around 3,700 pounds. Still has that great sound though. Speaking of sound, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's start her up and hear its roar. All right guys, we're in our Antimatter Blue 2021 Mustang GT. I know you're at that point, you're like, Joe, I have been holding out for a Mustang. Every time I watch Rady's Rides and I see one of the Mustang reviews, I really want one. Maybe I should jump on it now. How much is this one? With all the options that this one has, and it does have quite a bit of options, including that Ford Performance exhaust, what's the price? MSRP is right at $47,000. Let's see what we're getting. You're still getting that twin cowl setup. Notice the blue stitching up top. I like the Mustang badge, the nice finish, not a bunch of gloss black all over the place. And then hit this button, that drops down the glove box. And what do we have? We have a box of zingers. Garrett left his zingers in here. Garrett Hood, definitely want to give him a shout out. He is a member of the Rady's Rides Patreon Club. So thank you, Garrett, for leaving those in here. Coming to the infotainment side of things. Now it's going to be interesting to see what 2022 brings. Will we have that beautiful large display from the Ford F-150, either 10-inch or 12-inch? What you're working with is 8 inches. And there was once upon a time where 8 inches was enough, but now people want more. But you do have your navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all those different features. Heated seats, ventilated seats. New for 2021, what you're going to find is all Mustangs are going to get the Ford Copilot 360. You're also going to be able to get an optional safe and smart package with adaptive cruise control. So those are some things that are new for 2021, including the Mach 1. The Mach 1's all new. But I like the toggle switches, that P51 style. I wonder what they're going to do with these for 2022. You got a little Twinkie tray here, USB. This is that 10-speed automatic. I like the way they carry the blue stitching. Here's my zonk though. Why isn't this blue? That's stitching right there. It's black. Why not have it all the same color? It just would make sense to me. Same thing here on the good old-fashioned e-brake. And that, will this be? Is this the demise of the e-brake as we know it? Will there be an electric e-brake on the next Mustang GT? Of course, you got nice soft touch material on the armrests, and then the seats, the leather, they're very, very comfortable. They got some nice bolstering, and I love the blue stitching, especially on our Antimatter Blue example that we have. The one problem is that you have electric on the bottom, but it's manual seat backs, which I don't get that, but we'll see what 2022 brings. Coming over the business end though, I want to show you behind the wheel another time on this 2021 Mustang GT. All right guys, one of the great things about the business end of things is you're getting a very nice setup in 2021, just like you have for the past few years. Seats are great, I got plenty of headroom. Steering wheel, love the leather, love the thickness. I hope they do something with the Mustang horse there. Just change it back to the classic style. I think would be so much cleaner. You do have your pony button on the steering wheel that allows you to get into features like opening up that exhaust and letting her sing. And then probably something you're gonna see a continuation of is gonna be that digital dash. 12-inch display. I love the way when you go through the different modes, how it physically changes on the screen there. Really clean graphics, wonderful style. You got line lock, you got all the features that you need to get the business done, no matter if you're at the drag strip or if you are going down your favorite twisty road, even if it's snowy or wet. And I think that's one of the greatest things about the dash is that digital display. Other than that, I'm curious how they're gonna reconfigure things, but you know what? We've already seen the trunk. We know what goes in there. We've seen the back seats, and a 6-foot-tall person is really squished back there. Why don't we get to the best part? If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go for some on-throttle spins. All right, guys, we're in the 2021 Antimatter Blue Mustang GT. Let's see if it still has it. On throttle, here we go, yeah! Love that sound. And that's the thing, you know, I get it. These automatics, especially the 10-speed in this Mustang GT, will outshift even Mario Andretti, and it really showcases what that 5-liter, even in standard form, can do. Curious to see what 2022 will bring, but like I said, you need to evaluate what you have in front of you. And if you've been waiting for a Mustang GT, or maybe you have an older one and you want to get a newer one, I really think there's no better time than now, because you still are getting a hell of a package and a fun driving vehicle with tons of technology if that's what you want. If you want the technology, they got it in the 2021, including the optional adaptive cruise control. I think if I was going to do it, you could go Mach 1. New, just for 2021. Who knows what's going to happen for 2022 or into 2023? And you have something even more unique. But same great driving characteristics. I would go ahead and spring the extra dough and get the magnetic ride suspension. Well, to be honest with you, what I would do, if it was my money, I would go Performance Pack Level 1. I think for all-around performance, looks, driving capability, driving feel, that really is the biggest bang for the buck, especially if you want a 10-speed automatic. I would actually go that over Mach 1. I think you're not going to feel, I'm telling you right now, you're not going to really feel the extra 20 horsepower. You're not. It's got the same amount of torque as the standard Mustang GT, and you can save yourself some money. And I still think a Performance Pack Level 1, unique wing, unique wheels. It's got the 6-piston Brembos. So, I don't know. I think that would be really the best bang for your buck. All right, guys. Still on this Mustang GT, doing a slow roll. On throttle, here we go. Drops down and you are off. Really, really smooth. You got that naturally aspirated power. You could, I don't know if you could hear it, probably over my big mouth talking, but you could actually feel the downshifts as the transmission, as you're slowing down and it's downshifting. It really does a great job knowing exactly what gear it should be in. Of course, you got the paddles. You can shift manually if you want to with the steering wheel paddles. but I think for an overall performer, this Mustang GT, like I said, it has some new touches for 2021, but it's definitely still bringing the game, still doing the business when it comes to overall acceleration, that's for sure. And it's just so easy to drive, and it's got a great sound. That's another thing. When they switched to the quad tip exhaust, especially this active exhaust, it's got such a better sound than that 2015 Mustang GT when they came out with this platform. Plus, I think the better look, but beauty's always in the eye of the beholder. Very comfortable. The seats are supportive. I love having the ventilated seats. You're never gonna hear a complaint out of me when it comes to ventilated seats. The more the merrier. All right, guys. Once again, on throw. Here we go. It just puts a smile on your face, and that 10 speed is just rocketing the shifts one after another, and then watch as you slow down. Watch. You hear that? It's blipping the throttle. It sounds good. Could it be a little bit more performance oriented? Yes, but the great news is you could get that from the Ford Mustang lineup. Go performance pack, go Mach 1, or hell, go all the way and go GT 500 if you want. But it was nice to be able to showcase some of the things that are different, talk about overall driving dynamics. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see what direction Ford takes the Mustang in the next redesign. But we're gonna go ahead and get back to Walker Ford and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another great day here at Walker Ford. I definitely gotta thank Frank Walker, Weston Walker, Tracy, Mark, Austin, Greg, the whole crew, getting us access to their very first 2021 Mustang GT. Of course, we're gonna have more coming from the Mustang Corral here, including the Mach 1. I can't wait to get our hands on that one. But should you buy one of these 2021s, I'm a firm believer, buy what you could actually physically see. If you are waiting for this next redesign, we don't know what it's gonna really be. You may hate it. So from a performance standpoint, from a look standpoint, and some of those extra touches, this may be the perfect pony for your stable. But if you want to keep seeing Mustangs on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, there's actually 2 great ways you could do that. Click the first link, get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Click that second link, become a member of the Rady's Rides Patreon Club. Speaking of members, my favorite member, my wonderful wife, Lori, working that camera like a champ. Show her some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.